I haven't really given my thoughts and my opinions about the man, this might keep me going. About the overturning of Roe v. Wade. It's a monumental decision that's definitely well worth all believers in the Most High looking into greatly and giving their 2 cents. Giving their 2 cents. A lot of people immediately dismiss the argument over abortion and women's rights as a religious issue. That's always the cop-out. That's all. Every time I talk to somebody, it's always the immediate cop-out. It's a religious argument because I'm coming at them from a Christian perspective. Morality and the value of every single life. That's the hardest serial killer in prison in the infant. Get it right. The value and the sanctity of life everywhere in the eyes of the Most High. He created them for a purpose. He created me and all my listeners, every single person on the planet, for a purpose. Even that green-haired or blue-haired, tatted up woman, preschool teacher who is force-feeding the transformer ideology onto our 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds in preschool and kindergarten and first grade. He created her for a purpose. Everybody has a purpose, but yet somehow, with all of this foolishness that's been going on for about the last decade or so with the transformer issue, and now all of a sudden, and then with the inclusion of the latest Supreme Court Justice, Kentaji, I'm gonna butcher her name, K. Brown Jackson, KBJ, who doesn't even know and refuses to give a straightforward answer about what a woman is. And even the CDC here in Atlanta changed the terminology, so now no longer is women who give birth, now it's birthing people, because for some strange way, men can also give birth. That's the idea. That's the idea. That's the narrative. Men can give birth. Even you look at Mattel rolled out, I don't know if they did, I'll take that back, but Apple rolled out new emojis with a pregnant man. A pregnant man emoji. And I forget the underwear ad, but it had pregnant man and trans man. I think it's Calvin Klein, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the slippery slope that was unveiled during the Obama administration, when he first authorized men, biological men, to go into the restrooms at Target. It's not that bright. It's not too bright. It is bright, but it's not that bright. And biological men can now go into the restrooms in Target in North Carolina, and ever since it's just been downhill. Fallon Fox was before that, though. What? Yeah. Fallon Fox was during those years, during the Obama years. Nicole McLaughlin, a former Army Ranger, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And strange enough, is with this slippery slope, and that nobody knows what a woman is, but now all of a sudden everybody knows what a woman is once again, because this latest Supreme Court ruling somehow is abusing women's rights. But I thought men can get pregnant. I can get pregnant. Like, hell, if I just wanted to, do whatever is biologically impossibility, shown it's not just a religious argument. It's a biological impossibility. But I can get pregnant too. But no, you're abusing women's rights. The Supreme Court is abusing women's rights. So now everybody knows what a woman is again. Hence my thumbnail. And the NCAA came out with a ruling that they will no longer allow, or you will allow the people of your biological gender or sex to compete in the sport according to your biology, what you were born as. People they were getting away with this nonsense. This is what really irks me. It was getting away with this nonsense, saying that you were assigned a gender at birth. That's foolishness. It's in your DNA, it's in your chromosomes, but yet the majority allow the very slim minority, like 0.8% of the population, to get away, or probably less than that, to get away with changing the definitions of this and this and this. Like Black Lives Matter changed the definitions of their page and took down their page, and then there's what always confused the mess out of me was I'm not phobic. I'm not a phobic. I don't have a fear of homosexuals. I don't have a fear of heterosexuals. I don't have a fear of Muslims. I don't have a fear. I do not fear these people. I fear the Most High. Get that right. I fear the Most High. But yet, they say I'm a phobic of these. What? You change the definition. No, we don't do that. We don't change synonyms, and we don't change the suffix and the prefix of this word and that word in order to fit this new narrative that only originated in like 2012. No, that's not how the Merriam-Webster and the Oxford English dictionaries work. That's not how words work. There's 500,000 words in the English language, and you want to throw a monkey wrench into all this because what? And now you want to teach my children. I have a 7-year-old boy. I fear that's my concern. I'll say fear. That's my concern, is that he's learning this, and that he's being groomed. Children in Dallas dancing at nightclubs, homosexual gay nightclub. That's not gay. They changed the definition of that word, by the way. Dancing at homosexual men's nightclubs, little boys, 7-8-year-old boys, and the parents are just there and just, oh, that's so great, that's so great. But then when the preacher wants to petition at these feminist meals, these feminists, it's like puppy meals, these feminist meals, and want to petition at these pride events for the sanctity of life and for the sanctity of family and marriage and one man, one woman, and holy matrimony without the government's intervention. One man, one woman, consenting adults, they come together in holy matrimony in the eyes of the Most High, Yahuwah. I believe in him strongly. She believes in him strongly. But when all of this when a relationship just built on lust, 2 men and 2 women, Romans chapter 1, relationship is built on lust, and then eventually the narrative is born, and more people continue to look at this as normal. They continue to look at little boys, 7-8-year-old boys, saying that who simultaneously believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. They also say, I like skirts. I like wearing skirts. Or the woke parents see them playing with dolls one day out of the whole 365 days of the year, and the 7 years that my son has been on the planet, sees him playing with dolls for maybe like 2 minutes. it's time to go ahead and take them to the doctor. Because there was a clip in the Matt Walsh documentary, What is a Woman? Go see that, please. Go see that, please. And the man, well, the woman transitioned to a man. The FTM, female to male, is talking about all of the skin grafts that came off of her arm in order to create the male sex organ. This stuff is graphic. And acknowledging the grim reality that there are 5 meals, because those are meals as well. It's a slow death. 5 children's hospitals that in this country that will do that for you, for your little ones, will take the skin off your arm, off of his or her arm, off of his thigh, and to create an artificial sex organ. Not, and yeah, they do understand. They damn sure understand and know full well the ramifications of hormone therapy to stop puberty, the same puberty blockers they use in prison to sterilize prisoners, which is also in the interview, by the way, a documentary, to stop puberty in a male or to stop puberty in that young female, some 12, 13, 14 years old, to create artificial artificial breasts, male anatomy or a female organ. And that FTM, that female to male, said point blank, this stuff has so much. I didn't even get into the hair growth and all that. No. And that you're constantly taking the same hormone pills every day, every week, in order to suppress. Where else did I find that word? In Romans chapter 1. The people are suppressing the truth to believe, to embrace the lie. In Romans 1:32, they seek after other people to join aside them. Hey man, you believe in the same thing I believe. We're gonna fight for the cause. Fight for the cause. But yet the cause is causing your children to die a slow death. The same cause that the Supreme Court actually, for the first time, like in its public inception, I'm being overly dramatic, but for the first time in my life, I guess, in my years on this planet, made such an amazing decision. Clarence Thomas, man, please forgive me. Clarence Thomas, Justice Kavanaugh, especially Justice Kavanaugh, when he was about to be placed into office, or put at that position, at that seat, it just the left tried so hard to bury him. And what happened to his accuser, by the way? Oh yeah, she got a book deal and millions of dollars in GoFundMe pages. After she was proven false, what happened to her? Well, she just fell off the face of the map. Nobody's ever heard about her after that. But did she receive any repercussions? No. Yeah, these are allegations, by the way. These are allegations. But yeah, man, this all of a sudden everybody knows what a woman is again, because it is a woman's rights which are being violated. She's being forced to carry that child to full term. But wait a minute, what about the whole idea that there's only one way that children are created naturally? It's through sexual intercourse. So, being a responsible adult, and I could just throw out all the statistics because there was one person in the Matt Walsh documentary. She like, oh well, what person's raped and incest, and like, what's the percentage of that? And then of 15 years old or younger, it's broken down by age group. It's broken down by by gruesome act of how it was conceived. Yeah, people will throw out all of this. The very slim minority of people of cases would throw out the very slim minority of cases to act like it overblowing and act like it's some. No, no. I'm aware, and I'm gonna use discernment, and I'm gonna express wisdom, and I'm gonna deliver the truth. Yes, from a biblical perspective, because I'm a follower of the Most High. I believe in the Messiah, Yahshua, who came into this world and died for the remission of sins, so that all would repent, would believe the gospel, repent of their sins. But with this unscientific babble that has been unleashed, Pandora's box has been opened, and now, and look at the generations, more and more people with each generation, the statistic is getting higher and higher and higher of people who identify in the alphabet community by the generation. Where Generation Z is 1 out of 5 people. My generation, millennials, is like 1 out of 3. I don't know. I forgot what my number. But it's greater than that, well, lesser than that. But I don't want to violate your rights. No, that's not my intention to violate your rights. Everybody has rights according to the U.S. Constitution. Every American has rights according to the U.S. Constitution. And the immigrants coming into this country legally. So no, I don't want to violate your rights. However, nevertheless, I will deliver to you the truth. Yes, from a biblical perspective, but also from a scientific perspective, because I'm concerned about my fellow man, my fellow woman, my fellow child, senior citizen. Hopefully, I have, with the hope that lies within me, I'll give you an answer. 1 Peter 3:15. When I pass through those gates, those pearly gates, I want to see you behind it. I want to see you standing right behind me, also waiting to go in. Until next time.